I kind of think I knew that, but so Chuck is not anywhere near you?
No. Quarantine, 3 days.
Quarantine, 3 days. Your husband. What do you mean? So Chuck's not quarantining with you?
The sky, come on closer, baby, let the lights go out. Yeah, we fall and then we rise. No more alibis, I wanna hide now. Yeah, falling to the fire, baby, we could ride the night. Yeah, I'ma show you, or we could shine the light. Hey, lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Walk a straight line, how many fingers? An ecstasy, fragrance lingers. Yeah, and those endless conversations, and you feel it floating now. I finally got you, and I'm following you into the fire. Maybe we could ride the night, yeah. I'ma show you, or we could shine a light, yeah. Lift your hands, free your mind and mind combine and float up to the higher. It's okay, it's okay. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Pure love, pure love. Hold me up, cause you never wanna drop me, not me. Got the key, dancing to unlock me. Side to side, know their fingers don't faze me. Crazy to say, but nothing gonna stop me. You're dying to get you. I ain't playing with you. I ain't playing with you. You should say what you say. Oh, come on, get it on. Come on, get it on. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Close your eyes, baby, let me show you pure love, pure love. Come on, baby, let me get you close to pure love, pure love. Show you, let me show you pure love, pure love.
You're gonna open up on a split? Here and there?
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome into the Brooklyn. Camera one. I am sitting on the side. I look like I just got sent to the suntan lotion. I'm sitting on the side because today happens to be Haley's, not last day, because it's never the last day, but she's going to school.
It's her transition to school until she comes back for Thanksgiving break and winter break and every other break that we get her. This has been the first time that we've had a high school intern working with us, and we did not even know. When she said she's a senior, we thought it was a senior in college, only to find out she was just graduating from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. So we have a surprise visitor coming in later. We've got Tony Montaldo coming in from Stand With Parkland, and I did not know until last week that you and Gina were good friends in school. So all I had to do was mention your name, and he said, what time, when, I will be there. So that's a special day, and Haley is so spectacular. She's very quiet on the outside, but on the inside, the work she puts out and her dedication here and another job and applying to school and dorms and housing and everything, amazing. And she has websites. I mean, she does everything. So she's definitely the girl to know, and we've honored that you've been working with us since March or April.
Yeah,
It's
March.
been a long time, right? We first met you wearing a mask.
Yes.
Then we were able to go out of masks, and now we are
now
right
we know
back
what she
into
looks
masks. So, masked and vaccinated is what we do. We're keeping it as extra safe as we possibly can here. I am finally back in studio, and Freddie is on the other side because we've got another new sponsor joining us of Mini Donut World. We've got Scott with us, and he's brought some surprises for everybody.
Wait till you see these bad boys. And wait till you see this. And we have in-house our ace crusader crime fighter, Pamela is in the house. I gotta tell you, looking good never looks good until Pam shows up. She has this swag about her. You ever notice how she walks? She brings me all sorts of gifts. I don't know what that is exactly, but she'll
It's a
explain
sticky
it
ball.
when she goes. A what?
To
A sticky
embrace
ball.
Your inner energy, your young child.
My young child. Okay. I'd rather have donuts, but thank you for playing.
What is that
Well,
other?
with donuts, you'll want to play with
This is
people.
essential oil.
It's a senior oil.
Member of
Senior essential oil.
A senior central oil. It goes with that book.
David
Talk
Hall.
into your microphone.
Oh, I don't have one. Oh, do I have
Yeah,
one?
you do.
Oh, hey, I love this. David Hall, I wanted to do a shout out. He was really our MVP player this year. And he and his wonderful partner, Ann, created Savvy Senior Oils. And I thought, how lovely, and I'm giving it as a gift. He gifted it to me, I'm regifting it to Freddie, because I wanted to have a moment to shout out for David Hall and Ann Goldberg.
This
and
has
say thank
CBD
you.
in it.
What?
It has CBD in it.
I would imagine so.
I smell it.
I would imagine
It
so.
smells delicious.
It's to help with your stress and to alleviate your inflammation and basically to promote well-being, which I think all of us need.
Dawn,
I
I
don't know
have-
which way to look.
True.
I'm like, I feel like I'm
You look
watching
right
a
at the
ping
camera.
pong.
Look right at the camera.
Okay, I have to look at
That
the
way
camera.
I can see you.
Okay.
Dawn, I'm going to put this on my feet after donuts.
Why, you're going to have
Because-
sexy feet?
It relieves stress.
I think it goes with the segment we had yesterday with
Oh,
Dr.
no,
Matthew.
no. You
You
pass it on
can't
that.
keep up.
Thank you.
Ooh, don't say that to a man. That's terrible.
That's the name
That's
of
the
the
name
book.
of her book.
Publicly.
That's the name of the book.
That's
Don't-
the
you can't
man's
keep
book.
up?
You can't keep up.
I
That
thought it was,
doesn't
I
sound like a
can't
good
keep it
title
up.
for
She's
a
saying
guy.
I can't.
You can't keep up. So
Keep
that's
up.
the name of her man's book. Her
And it has
woman's
a giant
book.
battery on the front of the book. So you explain it to me and now
The
listen.
woman's book is
You know, I
called
like
This
a man
Is
who
Not
encourages
Normal.
battery use. I'm just
So.
going to say.
But we're going to be kicking off a whole new show and segment going on with that on hormones as you gracefully age through life. So that we're going to be kicking that off with Dr. Matthew. Some more to come on that. But Haley, let's get a take of what you have to say behind the scenes. What it's been like? What are you looking to do?
So right now I'm just really like trying to get all my stuff in order so I can go up. But I know I'm going to stay connected with the studio, and I hope that I can bring my podcast up to Orlando also. So
Yeah.
it kind of can be more of a like transitional, like see the college student, how a college student like exists.
Inside out, definitely. The mental health component is huge now, and by the time you get to school tomorrow,
Yep.
and everyone's trying to acclimate and do their thing, even bigger. And you're
Yeah.
going to get a bird's eye view of it. So your podcast there, so important to do. You just let us know the day, and
Okay.
we get it up and going.
Awesome.
And now that we know what Slick can do, Slick,
I thought his name was Spike or Jim.
he's going to get your 3-camera angle virtually. So we'll see how that rolls out. How do you like being here?
I loved being here. I felt like I don't think there's any other studio that does it like you guys.
No, that's true.
Like, it's more of a
That's
family
by accident,
dynamic
Haley.
than anything. And like, people tend to stay here, I feel like. And people that do leave the studio, they have a really good reason to. But like, I feel like you guys create such like a really like intimate, like homey feel, and you guys like motivate us so much to just be better. And even for people like, even I'm so young, you guys still took a chance on me, so I felt like.
Oh my God, you took a chance on you. We didn't. You walked in the door and you took a chance on you, and we said, welcome, come in. And it is true. Everyone that comes through these doors are family, which is why we take as many precautions as we possibly can. It's not like we're trying to mask or vaccinate, shame anybody. It's just really to keep everybody safe and their families, because most of our crew lives at home, whether with their grandparents or their parents or siblings, whatever it is. It's totally different than when I would go to school, or Freddie, you went to school and you lived on your own. It's not like that anymore. So we do everything we do to keep you safe. Slicken's been with us a year and a half already. Teddy was with us almost 3, and now she's got a great job setting up. I don't even know what she's doing. She's traveling around the world doing her thing. She's already got to save the date, Pam, for April. Slick got to save the date for April. Valerie got to save the date for April. You'll be getting one too, because we need our best of the best lined up for your next Brain Bowl event.
Oh, God bless you and Freddie.
So that is, even though they've left, they're not far away. They're just a phone call away for the events that we need to bring you guys in for. What are you going to be majoring in?
I'm going to be a film major.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know yet. Maybe a director. I love editing also, so I kind of just want to dabble in everything, whatever I can get, to be honest, because it's a hard world. So.
But you've got this talent, you've got the skills to even work remotely and make some extra money doing it that way. How's your mom going to be?
She's already bad, already so bad. I've been spending the last few days with her, and like the weekend too, and yeah, she's kind of like going through it, but we're only 3 hours, and I was like, I'll come down probably pretty often, just because I have friends that are going up with me, so they'll want to come down, so we'll probably just do back and forth, and she'll come up. But yeah.
You're in a great place.
Yeah.
And you always have a home with us. Actually, more than that, we expect you to come home to us, so just like your mom.
It's funny because we always hate when the kids either go to school or they move on.
He
or
always
something.
cries.
And no, I don't always cry, but it's always hard. And then they all show up on an unannounced date. And they all show up here, and they're all here. And it happened the other day. And you look back and you think about all the shows that we've done and everything that we've done. It's because of them. You know, everything here is not her and me. It's because of them. They brought it. They bring it. She's one of the youngest in here. She's the last class, I understand, right? From that situation that happens. So there's a lot of mixed emotions to begin with, but she's going to start her college career, and we wish you the very best of luck. And you always have a home here. You never ask, you just show up.
Yeah.
I have a couple other surprises for you during the week, because we talked about some other people that want to work with you, and he came in yesterday, and he's all in. He just needs help from us for certain things. But it's all great, you know, and if she's here for Pam's event, even better. That's usually the biggest event in Boca.
It's not called Pam's event.
Bar none, that event is the biggest. I mean, I've done a lot of productions over the years, but nothing like this. Especially the ones from prior years when we were indoors. Holy smokes, you don't want to miss that.
Well, we'll be back indoors.
You'll be back indoors in April.
I love it. I love it. You know, it's because of situations like Pam's and having the dedication of these people come forward that we are one of the leaders in this business. We have shrunk everything down to go smaller, yet more powerful. And this gentleman in here who has the donuts is our springboard, because we are going to parts unknown to introduce mini donuts to the public. Pam is going to
Love it.
enjoy this today, because he is available for your event and everything else. But this technology that we're using today, even the kids who went to school for 4 years said, holy smokes, how does this work? And this does work, and it does work. And it was because of Pam's event, the very first one we did. We tried all sorts of new gizmos with the encoder and everything else. So
Every year, more and more.
every year it grows. And I remember when Dawn says, we're going to do this, I looked at her and said, say what? We're going to what? And we were running wires and everything all over the place, 200 feet. But it was spectacular. What you put together, not only necessary for the community, man, you do a bang-up job, but my God, what a spectacular the whole thing. It's just amazing, and hopefully you'll be here to enjoy that whole segment. It's part of your growth and your career and everything else. So from all of us, we say thank you. And you know, you don't be a stranger. You ain't leaving. You're just going away for a
You're
little bit.
just starting new activities, and she'll be back in a couple months. That's the beautiful thing, especially now when our kids go away after college and grad school. Now I just pretend they're going to college, and just a plane ride away. You were just a car ride away.
Yeah.
Some more to come with that. All right, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, let's talk to Pam, and we've got Jill Jerome talking about the Brain Bowl event you've got happening on the 31st of the month. So Freddie and RK have a whole little thing they're trying to put together for you, Pam. And we've got Scott from Mini Donut World. Wait till you see these. They're branded, they're personalized, and some of them are even for adults only. So stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery.
Orlando.
At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Never misses a beat. Never never misses a beat. All right, so where do you want to go? You want to start with the donuts?
Sure, let's talk about the donuts. And I know he made Pam a special treat, so let's talk to Mini Donut World. We've got Scott with us, a new sponsor, the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Come all the way up from.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it is
And
our
donuts.
pleasure. Honestly, nothing compares to these donuts. Not
Dawn.
only are they beautiful, they are amazing in taste.
Dawn,
What do you have back there, Freddie?
on the road again was next to Pam Polani's Comedy Club banner, and she stuck a big finger to pick up her donut and took out 2 other donuts on the side.
I would like to correct that. It was not a big finger.
It's
It
not
was
big?
a thin, slender finger that took a big swipe of the donut.
Wow.
And I took the most important one.
She took 1.5.
Comedy night one. Can you zoom in on this? Woohoo! Can you wait?
You have to stand up. Turn it
Turn
sideways.
it a little bit more. There you go, Pam.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, cute.
No.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You're brave, girl. You're so brave.
You know, Chuck's still talking about that dinner we had with you guys.
Now, Dawn,
Yes.
Oh my God, that's really, really good.
He actually brought adult donuts because some of them have the little pipettes.
Well, Scott, why don't you tell us about your adult donuts?
What we did, the interesting part is we always look for something different to stand out above the rest. We already have a top quality donut. We have no shelves in our store, so in essence, everything's made fresh to order. But with that, we wanted to bring something a little bit different to the table. So we, in turn, in fact, my staff came to me and talked about doing an adult style donut. I said, explain a little bit more. What do you mean by adult style? There's different types. And they said about having it liquor infused. So I said, that's great. Let's give it a shot. No pun intended. And we actually did. And the infusions of what we've been able to do with all top shelf liquor here has been second to none. And every time they come up with a new concoction, and it really turns out better than the first. It's absolutely amazing. And the beauty is when you're able to have it, we have it in these little pipettes. And in essence, you take the pipette and you go around the donut and you put a little bit in each one, or some people like to just spray it on top of it, and some people get even lazier where they just take a bite and they spray it in their mouth. But either way, it works. The flavors blend together and it really stands out and it really enhances the donut. It's an amazing thing.
I just ate the evidence. Did you take a picture of that donut before I ate it?
No.
Like, do you have a picture
did.
of it? Oh, good.
Our crew took it
Yeah,
before they
we
went
got
out
it.
on the
We
road.
got
But
a
of the
picture.
one of the comedy night?
She
I
took
would
the whole
Yeah,
box,
we
yeah.
got a-
But I gotta tell you, he does, if you send him a picture, they make a donut of any picture you send, because we sent this one the other day on the road again, and here it is in a box. And this is
It's
exactly
amazing.
the picture.
And that was the absolute perfect bite. It is so yummy. And that is so easily accessible for an event. That's amazing that you did that.
The beautiful thing with these donuts here, that works not just for the kids, not just for the bigger kids and things like that, but also in the corporate world. In essence, many of them come to us and they want their logo on, which in essence he's turned into logos. And they put their logo on, and then when they go to their client, they put their client's logo on as well, and it really knocks their socks off. It gets them to the point where they really see how unique and different they are, and then when they try the donuts, you have that window of opportunity to get whatever you want done because they're all listening. It's an amazing thing. It really is.
So does
You gotta
each one
taste it.
have like an adult beverage in it?
If you want it.
If you want. Did the
If
one
you
I
want.
just eat have an
No,
adult
he
beverage?
didn't. But it's Slick. Come here,
Darn.
Slick.
Well, maybe you want to try another one that
We're gonna
does
give you-
have it.
We're going to give
No,
you the
it
opportunity.
is midday. I still have to work today.
No, but
yeah.
this, with the donut, it absorbs the liquor.
You know, Slick, pass them around.
I'll drive you wherever you want to go, Pam.
Oh, thank you. You heard her.
You can eat donuts and drive because I'll be your personal
So this
driver.
is Jill Melody, who I'm introducing, by the way,
Hello.
and who has a wonderful production team who is helping us. Oh,
No, I have to drive. Thank
no. Yeah, but if she's driving, then I'll take another one. No,
Pam wants another one.
no.
Try one with a pipette in it.
What's with
With
the
the
what
low
in it,
pipette.
A
Dawn?
pipette.
What's a
So if you see
pipette?
a
you. Little
plastic,
thing sticking up there,
Oh,
Pam. It's got the booze in it.
the ones have that has booze in it.
yes,
Oh
it's a
my
boozy.
God, I love it. Okay, I went for the multicolored one. I know that's not a shocker to you, Fred.
And the reason we wanted Scott to come is we wanted Scott to meet you. Oh, I got to see what flavors I want. What do you think?
I would say
What's in the jelly donut one?
Do you know what's in this
I
one?
don't know if it's the
Vodka?
The one with the Jimmy's with the pipette.
I'm sure it's probably some sort of vodka
The
because we
Jimmy's with
also
the
flavor the
pipette?
vodkas as well. So
Let's try one of these. I've never tried
Oh,
this
I
one
think
before.
I think we need to have a
I
girls'
think
night
we
with
need
just
to
the
do.
donuts.
I think we need to have like a whole event.
All right, we
just
need
around
Haley to have
donuts.
one.
Girls' night.
Maybe
All right,
like
this
you know,
is a
like
jelly
pottery
donut
night
with-
could be a lot more fun.
yes,
You know,
absolutely.
a Van Gogh painting night, right? But with these donuts would be a lot of fun.
I think this has got like vanilla. This tastes like vodka, vanilla vodka or caramel vodka.
Can you bring them to a film shoot and then we can get the actors a little loose and they can, you know.
You can bring these
That's the
anywhere.
object of the game is to use it so people are more happy doing whatever event you're doing.
I missed the
An
donut.
icebreaker, but with
And then
It's
sugar.
running through my fingers.
And you get to talk about what it is. Even I mean, I didn't have to eat it. I shouldn't be eating it, but I wanted to do on the road again.
yeah, you should be eating these.
I have a mess here.
I didn't take it the last time. I didn't eat one the last time, and I can't wait.
What's
to
the
have it.
verdict, Dawn? Really good, right?
They're really yummy too.
Well,
I mean,
you
it doesn't
first
just
got to
look
start
nice.
off with the right quality. So the quality is top notch there, and it took us
Good.
a little while to really perfect it, but
Yeah.
it stands out. It makes it stand out. Our client base is out of like a Ritz-Carlton, the Waldorf, Turnberry, Williams Island, things like that. And in order, when you start off at a quality level like that,
So
it's
can I
a
get a
lot
napkin, please?
easier going in and breaking through different barriers and different things. So when
missed
people
my
take a bite of
donut.
it, as you've done here, you see the difference.
Or
Of
basically
what
engulf
it
it
is.
like I did, right?
Well, a lot of the other donut shops don't understand, and
I'm not gonna have
they make their donuts early in the morning for the most part, so they're sitting there, and you're getting a donut that's made 5 o'clock in the morning, and you go in there 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's the same donuts that's sitting there, et cetera, et cetera. So this
How
is
long have
made
you been
throughout
doing
the week.
this?
I've been doing this almost 3 years now.
Wow,
on
that's
that.
great.
But we come from a family that's been in the food business and in the entertainment business before, so you got to mesh the two.
You know where I think this would be great, especially because during COVID times where people are still very concerned about being inside, there's still a lot of outdoor things like walks, like the walk to end Alzheimer's is coming up.
And they're easy
and
pickups.
like breakfast, and they have to have, you know, they have to have carbs before they go, and this is the perfect bite-sized thing for like the breast cancer walk, the Alzheimer's walks, all of those things. This would be a wonderful thing to do, to have available. You should have a tent and be selling them for like $1 a pop, and then 50 cents could be going to the charity.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, and I'm saying wide, you know, just general numbers. But this is something that I think you really should start talking about. Boca loves a good philanthropy and good effort for that. I would love to introduce you for those.
Well, it's interesting you say that because we send out a crew now on Wednesdays, and where are they going?
Today they're at Souvlaki Fast. It is a new location on St. Andrews, and they took a box of your donuts to go and to share those on the road as well, because that's exactly why they're the perfect bite. It's easy to pick up. You're not sharing, you're not breaking in half. It's not going a half a bagel. The other half goes back on the platter. And the only downside is my donut absorbs so much that it's all over my hands now. So I'm kidding. It's all good. I think I had a jelly
I think you
donut
need
with
to lick
vodka.
your hand like I did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So more
And they
for
get
later.
they get to put their label of the company. They can put anything on the donuts, and we just did this with another company as well. Everybody wants to get involved in it because it's not a very big advertisement, but it's a powerful advertisement. And exactly like you could take the Brain Bowl and you go to different stores and different businesses, and Pam always is looking for sponsors to help the good cause. And all of a sudden you walk in and they go, "What is this?" And boom. And you should see how their eyes light up. It's unbelievable.
Because everyone likes a donut. As a matter of fact, if you give us a call, we have a $10 gift certificate for you from Mini Donut World, or write in 888-994-4995, Studio A. And I believe one of our clients, she was in from North Carolina, and she was doing a shoot for a new TV show for A&E down by you. So I don't know if she stopped in, but she certainly was going to bring it to the production house.
Awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
Well-
When we do film shoots, this is the perfect thing to get the actors sort of ready to go.
And that's
So
what
I'm
you
going
need
to
to
say
do.
that if the Walk to End Alzheimer's does happen in person this year, and they do tents, I'll be your first client. I'll have it for the Brain Bowl. We'll make Brain Bowl little donuts with the Brain Bowl logo, and so that everybody comes who visits our tent for the Alzheimer's walk will be able to get a little purple and white Brain Bowl mini donut, COVID safe, protected, and would love to do it for how many people
That's
we have.
pretty good.
So
I like that.
we would love to have it as a way of doing some cross marketing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
We'd love to be there.
and way to go. Love that idea.
Let's talk about what you've got going on. You've had a lot of stuff going on. So let's
We
start
really
with your
do.
comedy night at the end of the month.
Okay, so I want to do my propers. So like I said, this is Jill Melody who came to be with me today.
Hello, everyone.
She helped, we have comedians coming on August 31st where we are partnering with Oceans 234 Restaurant in Deerfield Beach. Oceans 234, right on the ocean, number 234, get it, the name of the restaurant. And if you've never been there, shame on you, you need to come. We've actually already sold out, but I can always probably maybe squeeze in one or two. We're still looking for sponsors though. And this is the last night of the Boca Chamber night. So the Boca Raton Chamber of Commerce, every year, except last year, of course, hosts what they call the Chamber Festival Days. And a nonprofit, such as Brain Bowl Events, and a profit organization, like Oceans 234 Restaurant, partner up together as a way of raising awareness and money for the nonprofits in our community. So this year, Oceans and Brain Bowl, which raises money for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia, are partnering up. And it's the last night of the Boca Chamber Festival Days. And so we decided we should go out on a bang. Every night for the last couple weeks, including tonight and going on for the next couple weeks, is going to be a different nonprofit, each one with a different theme. Our thing is a comedy night. We really need people to have a little more fun and love and laughter in our lives. And we're going to hopefully provide that. Jill's production company is going to be happily providing 2 comedians. And I found 3 other comedians, so we hopefully will have 5 comedians who will be performing for about 5 minutes each and giving us a little laughter. And before that will be some light bites from Oceans 234, as well as some adult beverages to get everybody in the mood to laugh. And it's just to raise a little awareness of what we're doing. But the big news is during COVID, we actually held Brain Bowl events outside. We are going back to Boca West. We just got authorization and approvals, and we are holding our event. Are you ready? Sit down, get your computer ready to save the date. April 1st, 2022, Brain Bowl is going back to its roots. We're having a luncheon from 11 to 2, and it will be no April fooling around, the best lunch in town. And God be willing, with Brooklyn Cafe there to help us with AMPA Productions, helping us put everything together.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it.
Congratulations.
And, it's going to be a fun, delicious event. Maybe we need to have during our cocktail hour some little mini donuts.
Absolutely.
You know, a little vodka in it, you know. So I like that idea.
I know the owner. I think we can get it done.
Yeah, we have connections.
You know, I like that.
Pam, I want to just tell you how happy we are to be a sponsor of the event coming up. I think my mic is live. Punchline Productions is also a sponsor of Pam's event that's coming up at August 31st, correct?
Right, Tuesday, August 31st.
Yep. And there'll be all kinds of theater people there, all kinds of comedy people there. And can I do a shout out to my new TV show?
Sure.
Okay, so we've got a new TV show coming out called Just My Type. We're putting the final touches on it, and some of the people from the actual show are going to be at Pam's Brain Bowl event on August 31st. And we're very excited. Maybe we'll come back and we'll talk about the show exclusively one of these days. But it's a comedy, a romantic comedy about all the crazy things that happen behind the scenes at a TV station. So you guys should definitely be able to relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of 30 Rock meets The Office.
That one we definitely get. That'll be great. Pam, I want you just to, people who don't know what the Brain Bowl is, can you explain the Silver Tsunami, what's going on, why it's so important, and why it's such a labor of love for what you do?
So I'm now going to talk for the next hour. Okay, so
I'm just going to sit back and relax.
The bottom line is I'm an attorney who handles obviously a lot of different issues, but mostly probate and estate planning and things like that. And what has come up in my practice was I was starting to see that people were just not aware of what was happening in our county, Palm Beach County specifically, but also Broward County. We are in the state of Florida the highest level of Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's cases than anywhere else in the world. In Palm Beach County alone, we have 1 in 3, think about that, 1 in 3 over the age of 65 impacted with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's. It is what they call the Silver Tsunami. So what I initially started doing was I created the Boca Walk to End Alzheimer's for the Alzheimer's Association. And then as that grew, I needed something more. And I realized that the community needed something more as a way of getting our message across. So we created a luncheon which until COVID was extremely well attended. It was one of the best attended lunches actually in Boca, with over 1,200 people involved, including Freddie and Dawn, and everything that they do through AMP Productions and as well media, as well as Brooklyn Cafe. And we hosted celebrities in all different ways to really get the message across in different ways about what Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia is doing to our community. It's not even somebody who you know. You are being impacted, whether you think about it or not. Your taxpayer money, every time somebody goes missing with Alzheimer's, every time somebody is a wanderer, it's your taxpayer money that is used, unfortunately, to help find them. When people have run out of their resources because we've gotten so good at keeping our bodies alive but not sustaining our minds, it's your tax money that's being used to help support those people medically, professionally, and as well as mentally, unfortunately, psychologically. So whether you think about it or not, you just being a resident of the state of Florida means that you are impacted. But on a greater level, it takes almost 5 to 7 people minimum to handle someone who is addressing Alzheimer's specifically. And that means that we have a huge employment issue when daughters have to leave work to take care of dads who have Alzheimer's, when sisters can no longer work because they have to take care of their brothers with Alzheimer's. This has become the issue that is actually really confronting us. And recently we even talked about at one of our lunches, children caregivers. Mom and dad go off to work. Who's taking care of grandma? And unfortunately the answer is children. Children who give up their childhood, come straight home from work, and give up all after school activities and everything else that goes along with that, just so that someone can care for the grandparent in their home. Because there's no other medical or financial resources available that the family can afford or chooses. So this is something that's really hitting all across the lines. This year, we even talked about how dogs, animals, become involved in care because they become comfort to people with Alzheimer's. And so one of the things that we're going to announce on August 31st, and I'm doing it first here, you get the breaking news, Brooklyn Cafe, is we talk about how the money that we raised this year actually went to pay for a search and rescue dog through the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office. And that dog, named Jessie, is going to be introduced. So if you come on Tuesday, you'll get an opportunity to meet the dog that we adopted for the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office as part of a search and rescue. So when someone goes wandering with Alzheimer's, this dog will be used to help find them. There's a lot of ramifications, unfortunately, that deal with Alzheimer's, and COVID made it all worse.
Made it so much worse.
So much worse. And people who are on the cusp of having issues with dementia went overboard. And people who, unfortunately, never had issues now do, because isolation really changed how people are psychologically. We know that. We know that there's an increase in suicide. We know that there's an increase in mental health issues. And of course, that goes hand in hand with Alzheimer's and dementia as well, and Parkinson's. So now we are faced with cleaning up a mess. And the additional problem that we're having is we now have almost 900 more people moving a day into South Florida. The lure of good weather and paradise has brought so many people from all over the country into South Florida. We don't have the resources for them. We never did. And now we absolutely do not. And so organizations like Brain Bowl Events, Alzheimer's Association, and all the others are trying to figure out a way, how are we going to handle people who are living over 200 miles away from their closest relatives? What are we going to do when people have absolutely run out of all of their resources? And that's what we're here for. So I do all this for free. I don't take a dime. I do it as my volunteer. And unfortunately, it means I'm always looking at my phone and always trying to answer something going on. I'm always late everywhere I go. But I always have a reason to get up in the morning. And I'm so grateful, really and truly, Dawn and Freddie, because you've always supported my endeavors. I know that this is something that has personally touched both of you, and that there is something in your lives that has drawn you to this. But you're not alone. And there's so many people out there who have this as their cause. And I'm very grateful to Jill Melody for helping us with our event on August 31st. But we need sponsorships. I know this has not always been a financially, economically good time. Anything out of the box, optometrists, podiatrists, mail order companies, anybody and everybody who could possibly be a sponsor, we're asking the viewers and listeners today, please contact us. We need your financial support. We cannot do this without continued financial support. And that's pretty much why, I'm here today, because I know that to continue our efforts and to continue, being able to host programming and making people aware and helping people in a very constructive way is not going to happen unless we have support. So show me the money, right?
It feels good to give.
Yeah,
Feels good
and
to
you know
give.
what? This is one of those times where you're really giving to yourself. Through helping initiatives like we're doing, there's a task force in Palm Beach County that nobody knows about regarding senior care. Nobody knows about it. And that's one of my initiatives this year, is really getting to people to know what are your resources? What are the resources you can have for free?
Well, right now, resources are just like getting people to work with you, for you.
Yes.
It is not easy, and I can tell you firsthand, we have a family member that we had to move from one facility to another because the resources, not by any fault of the facility, just by the situation where we are right now. And you watch the rapid decline of the isolation from COVID, that family members can't go in, the guilt, all of that. The first statistic I heard when we covered your event, 5 years ago, was that it affects one Alzheimer's patient affects 19. It's like this pebble, like COVID. One person gets it and maybe spread it to this one or to that one. But this is this emotional attachment because it's your loved one. It may not even be your grandmother, your father, your spouse. It could be someone even further away from that. But when you see the outreach of what it is and you see the greatness that our community comes together every year to support this event, even on a windy fall day, a spring day we lost a camera, we had sandbags on
I'm
things.
never going to stop hearing about that camera. I know.
But look, now we've got all new equipment.
Freddie comes to my house and says, give me my money for my camera. No.
But the community support on even the toughest of times, it's beautiful to go to a beautiful luncheon inside at Boca West, and they do a spectacular job. And Pam and your
It was a
entertainment,
very hard
your
decision.
keynotes, but to even be able to do it outside, it shows you the level of support the community has for Alzheimer's, for dementia, for Parkinson's, and for you and your organization and what you do. So kudos to you for doing this every year, and it gets bigger and bigger. And so, Scott, I'm so glad to make this introduction. Freddie and I, we had you come today on purpose because we wanted you to meet Pam and all of the incredible outreach she has, not only with Alzheimer's and dementia, but in the philanthropic world as well.
It's an incredible thing what you're doing, and you should be very, very proud. And I think a lot of the people that are following you are, of what you're doing. It's second to none. It really is.
Well, and I thank you, and it's really and truly because of people like you and Dawn and Freddie and Jill. We can't do this in a bubble. This is not an isolated thing. And Dawn's right. It's like a circular thing. You throw the pebble in the lake, and you see the circles. Unfortunately, the more and more you get involved, the more you see how important it is to you. This is not about saving memories. This is about watching someone with cognitive decline not know how to speak, not know how to go to the bathroom by themselves, not know how to walk anymore, and really lose every possible dignity. And when we hear a caregiver say, they recognize me today, and hear the catch in their voice, it's so unbelievable. But I always tell Dawn, I always come back and say to Freddie, the most important story I ever heard was the first time we did the walk. The first walk, and we were all congratulating ourselves on having one of the most successful walks that Alzheimer's Association had ever hosted. And all of my team and committee were so happy. And a woman came up and said, an amazing job, but wouldn't it be wonderful if we could now have a tent for survivors? There is no one who survives this disease. You can argue that the caregivers are the survivors, but no one survives Alzheimer's. And when people think of this as an old person's disease, 65 is not old. It is not the age you want to lose every possible dignity. And our idea of what is old and how we need to die does not need to be in such a horrific, literally dignity-robbing way. So this is what we do. And we try to do it in a very promising, happy, positive way. So April 1st, we know a lot of people are going to still be nervous about gathering inside. And we understand that. We're going to try to make it as safe as possible. It was a very hard decision, but COVID's not going away, and neither are we. And we're not going to stop our advocacy in every possible way that we can. So we hope that people will come out and support. Wear your mask the whole time, wear gloves, wear a hazmat suit, but come out and support, or make a donation, or become a sponsor, or all three. We need you April 1st. No April fooling around. It's going to be the best lunch in town. Yeah. So if we have to host it outside at the last minute, it's going to be a barbecue then, but we're going to make it happen. And the cause is too big. So that's it. Otherwise, August 31st, Tuesday, come out, see Jill Melody, see her comedians, see how much fun it can be to just get together, have a drink, and again, if you want to be a sponsor, please contact us. 561-496-4222. 561-496-4222. BrainBowlEvents.com.
Fantastic, and it's always events are great, and firsthand I'm watching the decline, and they don't know. And you look at this is the great leveling ground. It doesn't matter socioeconomics. It doesn't matter what you did for a living, who your family is, whether they're rich, poor, where you live, what nationality. This is the great leveling ground because it can affect everyone. So support it, brainbowlevents.com. A great event happening the 31st. I know it's sold out, but maybe Pam can put you on a wait list at the very least.
Or you could be a sponsor.
You can be a sponsor.
If you slip me 100, maybe I'll let you in.
I'm looking forward to April 1st.
They can have my seat.
So many options. And
So
if there's
many.
ever an annex, we're always more than happy to annex anything you need.
Oh, she doesn't even know yet. I'm going to be asking her for a stage. I need a stage. Right? Don't you think Dawn should give us a stage? I think so.
Do you have some very strong people?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think this will make it out the door. It was built inside.
I need a podium. I don't know. Anybody have a podium out there?
Brainbowlevents.com.
Brainbowlevents.com. And if you want to be a committee member and you're dedicated, we would love to have you. We are going to start our committee meetings in September. So, but most importantly, we need sponsorships. So if you're sitting and you're listening to this and you say, you know what, I have a business, a pharmacy. I would love to be a supporter of this. Or if I am a podiatrist or whatever you are, anything and everything, everybody's impacted with Alzheimer's. We need to know about your business and we would love to know about you. So please don't hesitate to contact us. Think out of the box. We need sponsorships. So that's it.
Let's take a quick commercial break. More to come. The crew is out on the road. BrainBowlEvents.com. We've got Mini Donut World in the house. You're going to have to say a few words. See, we've got some more guests coming in. Stay tuned. 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
If a tree falls,
Ready? Can you call RK?
no one is around to hear it. Doesn't
Okay.
make sound. Have you ever felt
Yes.
that your voice goes unheard?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
If only someone would listen.
I got to give you my
It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power.
There's two bags over here.
Dream and your vision. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard. Let's shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE 255-312. That's CAFE.
Everything good?
255-312.
Boys are good?
Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Your generation is the last nut.
Jay Harmon exclusively in the Gallery of Boca. Jay Harmon captures the essence of really creative and captivating mind. Jay Harmon brings light into the darkness on majority of his pieces using a negative background to highlight the details of some of his looks. I know some artists use white canvases, but he thrives on a black canvas. And here's the kicker. He only uses pencil, colored pencil, graphite pencil, and pencil
They're saying
for his art pieces.
24 hours after your
Yes,
last
I know it's hard to fathom that these beautiful pieces came
Because
from
she's
pencil,
vaccinated, it's a
but
different
yes,
protocol.
they did. And the only way you can experience Jay Harmon is if you come to the Gallery of Boca.
Miss you
Jay
too, you
Harmon,
got it.
an unconventional artist
Yeah?
with a unique story behind behind every canvas.
What you want? What you?
Suffering from COPD, chronic bronchitis, or pneumonia? Let the All-County Healthcare Respiratory Team treat you for these conditions using interpulmonary percussive ventilation or IPV therapy. You'll see immediate results. See what our patients have to say by going to www.allcountyhealthcare.com. This service may be covered by Medicare Part A at no cost to you. Call now to see if you qualify for this therapy.
This to amaze me, but there was a time where I would say nothing. I was ready. I'm like, no more. Boots on the ground. I'm crazy. My phone is blowing up, but I don't have it on, so I don't find that's recording. Thank you, nice to meet you. You have your bags? Yes. Okay. Is the trial started already for Parkland?
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Check it out, brainbowlevents.com. That event's coming to you August 31st at Oceans 2, 3, 4 more to come, and live, hopefully, fingers crossed, back inside at Boca West Country Club on April 1st. We have a very special caller on the line. We've got, I believe it's Charlotte Lustig, and she's calling in for the Mini Donut World gift certificate. But I also know today's a very special day. It is her birthday, so let's bring Charlotte over. Hey, Charlotte. I see when they get her over. Oh, and you've got a visitor here as well. As soon as they bring her over, we'll see. It's like we also need to wipe the mics down and we'll get going on that. As soon as they bring Charlotte over, what do you think? You know anyone that's been affected by Alzheimer's or dementia?
I know my first boyfriend in high school, his grandmother was like in the really late stages of dementia, and he would have to take care of her all the time. And she was just over there all the time and just like kind of in a perpetual state of just not like moving or just like saying random things. And it just, there's a huge stigma around like dementia, like being like scary. And like I've seen a bunch of movies where it's like the main character is like, she has dementia and she does like scary stuff, but I feel like it's just honestly sad that they created, like Hollywood created that stigma around this illness.
Yeah, when it's your loved one, there's no stigma, right? It's your loved one. That goes back to the kids, the child caregivers that they have to be. It's a huge responsibility. Do you guys have Charlotte over?
Yes, you do.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to say hello to good friends on your birthday. It makes you feel great and wonderful. And wanting to thank the both of you for such a wonderful show. You've got a great group of people there that are celebrating life in their own ways and helping people to do that as well. So I think this show is just marvelous. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, we do have this Mini Donut World $10 gift certificate, and they will deliver to you, which is amazing. Do you have birthday donuts? I'm sure.
We do.
Birthday donuts coming up, Charlotte.
Oh my God, but I'm going to have a virgin cupcake. That will have to happen.
You got it. They all are. They just have an extra.
Brand businesses.
And that's what you do so much.
Yes, and I really, really think with all of these nice people on your show today, one part of the Boynton Beach, the Boynton Boca Chamber, with this gentleman who has the cupcakes, you definitely have to hook up there because the chamber is fantastic. I was a member for 2 years, and I'm going to rejoin very shortly. And this is the way you'll get your name out, and you're going to help a lot of folks out there with special events, and the chamber does grand openings. So that was perfect for grand openings for the cupcakes and all the philanthropic, wonderful things that go behind it as well. So just wonderful causes, wonderful people. And I'm headed upstate New York this weekend to celebrate life and family. My niece's birth, my niece's wedding, long overdue and canceled twice already, and my birthday. So we're going to be reuniting, and I haven't seen my family in 3 years. So this is going to be so much fun.
Wow. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little better.
Good.
And, a little slowly. And I had called up the gentleman who was on your show also as well, on Palmetto, and we're going to be meeting for a consultation in about a week or two to see what he could do to help me as well.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad. I got to get into him also. My shoulder is like, there's a knot. It's like an egg in my shoulder. I can't imagine why. There's no stress in this world at all.
Well, it sounds like he'll be the one to take care of it for you.
Or you just have another
Thank you all
donut.
so much.
Happy birthday. We'll have a donut. We'll put this in the mail for you, and we hope we see you soon. We have a lot of marketing to do as we go forward.
Oh my goodness, yes. As soon as I come back, I'll give you guys a call. I'll be back on Monday. I'll call you in the middle of the week, and we'll set up a time to meet. And just have a great day, everyone.
You
and
too,
thank
Charlotte.
You for who you are.
Happy birthday, honey. Be
Thank you.
safe.
Thanks. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. What a day, Scott. I think Freddie's out helping our crew on the road, but Haley, you've got a special guest in studio. I'm going to let Haley do the introductions.
So, if they're going to bring him over, but
Let's bring in camera 2, guys. Just looks kind of ISO on him.
this is Tony Montaldo. I was one of his daughter's good friends at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. We were on the same color guard team, and a lot of us were really close with her. Sorry.
It's okay.
So
It's not easy this week. I know today, there's never coincidences in life. And I reached out to Tony right before school had started, and I said, can you please join us and share with us what's happening with the schools opening up and the safety and all of that, and never realizing that I knew Haley went there. I never knew she was friends with Gina until I was on the phone with you, and she says, oh, Gina's my friend, and that's when I texted you, and now I see the trial has just started. Had no idea. I don't know what the docket is, and here we are. Not a good timing, but kind of the perfect timing to bring Tony back in. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being with us. And I know none of this is easy, but so important to share what's going on.
Well, thanks for having me, and I feel your pain, Haley, when you try and talk about Gina. She was a great kid, and I'm glad she was your friend, because she was friends with many, and we miss her every day, and as painful as it is, I'm glad that you remember her and still miss her as well. So.
What's going on at schools? I mean, we can't even get over masks, let alone keeping guns. And, Boca High shut down. Day one it opened up. They were on lockdown by lunchtime because there was a weapon in school.
Yeah, that's, that's a very valid point, actually, and one of the points that Stand With Parkland, the National Association of Families for Safe Schools, has been making, is that everybody's so distracted with COVID, we have to keep in mind and not get complacent that our schools are still at risk, and there's many things that we have to do. Sadly, many students that have been home during this process have not been in a kind and loving environment. And they were also unable to access services that they were receiving through the schools. So we need our administrators, our counselors, our teachers, and our school resource officers all to be on the lookout for students that are having difficulties, and then find a way to get them the help they need. Stand With Parkland, we always look at school safety in the triad, which is securing the campus, better mental health screening and support programs, and responsible firearms ownership. So we definitely need people to be aware of the students that are in trouble, and we need parents and families that if you have a firearm, whether it's new to your family or it's been in your family for generations, please double check that it's secured properly, that it's someplace where your children can't reach it, that it's someplace where it's not likely to be stolen. With every right comes responsibility, and that's why we want responsible firearms ownership if you choose to own one.
When you continued at school, did you feel safe? Did you see new changes being put into place?
So when we got back to school, we literally went back after like 2 weeks. So it was like kind of like we didn't really get to process what actually happened, for me at least. And we went back and there just was little instances of little things just happening. And then the fire alarms were like broken for a good minute, or they were trying to change them. Something was going on with the fire alarms where it kept going off. So we would be like, we still had like our band events, so we would be at like band camp and we'd hear the fire alarm go off and we would have to do like some team bonding exercise to like pretend that that was not happening because it would trigger a lot of people. But for in like school safety, for what in the sense of like what the school did when we came back, they were trying to instate metal detectors, but the school was like, why would we do that? So we got clear backpacks, which I don't know how much that helped, but I know like on like the second day back, there was a girl, I know everyone was kind of on edge, so I don't know if this was whatever, but she pulled like a knife out of her bra and like she threatened a guy in the lunchroom.
And I guess the reality is, if someone's going to try to come in, they're going to figure out a way to come in.
Well, that's true, but it doesn't mean we have to make it easy on them.
Correct.
And that's why we need multiple layers of security that begin with, a single point of entry and some methodology, whether it be visible IDs, to know who's actually on the campus. There's many different things that can be done, and I'm not saying, well, I'll say that I don't believe that a great many things were done at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School or done properly. We know that, sadly, one of the sheriff's deputies that was put on duty to be extra fell asleep and allowed the alleged shooter's brother to get on campus. These are one of the many failures of the Broward County Sheriff's Office that occurred both, or all three things, before, during, and after that terrible day that took my beautiful daughter Gina. Just to expand on your fire alarm story, many people don't know that one of the reasons the kids were traumatized by the fire alarm is because once the shooting started in the building, the concussion was knocking dust down from the ceiling and caused the fire alarms to go off in the 1200 building, creating a lot of confusion on that terrible day. One of the reasons many new fire alarms are scheduled to have a 90-second delay before they activate, to give people a chance to see what is actually going on or to give proper instructions should it not be a fire.
And what are you seeing now? I mean, I see the trial has started. It's an open public venue.
Well, the trial has not started, sadly. There are lots of motions.
Okay.
Yesterday's motion in the criminal trial was whether or not to have it be open to the public, and it was, the judge did rule that it should be open to the public. So we're hopeful that the defense will stop stalling and allow the prosecution of the alleged shooter to continue.
Why has there been so much stalling?
Well, part of it is it's their job.
This is such a different situation, though.
Yeah,
but I guess based on our government, it is not, right?
I can't really speak for them otherwise, and I'm trying to understand that it's part of their job. Nobody planned on a pandemic.
Sure.
Sadly, the Broward County courthouse has been one of the last to open. Miami and Palm Beach, I believe, opened sometime last fall, and Broward's just beginning to open now. So there's a lot at stake, and there's a lot of issues in that criminal trial, and we're hopeful to have an outcome that reflects the severity of the crime.
And what is Stand With Parkland doing currently? How are you working with legislation, more safety measures?
Right, so Stand With Parkland, the National Association of Families for Safe Schools, works on the local, state, and federal levels to try and bring consensus positions together and bring those consensus decisions to our lawmakers so that we can pass either new laws or bring to our elected officials places where we can have new policies that will keep our children safe. Just last year, we were very instrumental as a group in getting SB 590, school safety. That was the school safety bill that was passed last year, and Governor DeSantis signed that into law at the end of June, and it went into effect July 1st. We were happy to work with and watch both Republicans and Democrats work together, certainly on the House side, and then also in the Senate side. We were able to work with Gail Harrell from the Orlando area. She was a state senator who sponsored SB 590. We also had Chevron Jones from down here in Broward working with us as well. In the House side, we had Chair of the House Education Committee, Chris Latvala, his trusted aide, Jennifer Guy. We had Dan Daly, who was a representative down in Coral Springs, and also Christine Hunchofsky, who was the mayor of Parkland at the tragedy, who's since been elected, and in her freshman year was able to help us move this bill forward. Among the many things it does, one of the most important things is something that Stand With Parkland was advocating for, and that was our Parents Need to Know initiative. Sadly, the state court ruled against our families, saying that the school district had a duty to warn us of any threat to the school. So we thought that was unacceptable. So Phil Shentrup and his wife April, who lost their beautiful daughter Carmen, came up with this idea, and they brought it to the Stand With Parkland board, and we decided that it was certainly worth pursuing. And we were able to get the Parents Need to Know language into SB 590. And what it does, it establishes a parental right to timely notification to unlawful acts or significant emergencies on school grounds, on school transportation, or at school-sponsored events. Among these specific things that they have to be notified of. Again, we're notifying parents of COVID threats, so this is not a big stretch to do this. This is just more things that have to be done, but the mechanism is exactly the same as the COVID threat. There's a threat to this school, and this is the threat that's there, and this is what we've done to mitigate that threat. We're hopeful that all three of those things get passed along. And it's threats to active assailants or hostage situations, weapons possession when there is an intent to harm another person, sexual offenses, especially regarding students, natural emergencies, and exposures to emergencies as a result of man-made issues. We believe that these are, at a minimum, things that parents should be warned about, not only if they occur, but if there's a threat of them occurring.
Sure.
Because if you're warned in time that there's a threat, the family can make a proper decision about what to do with the student, whether they go to school that day, whether maybe they have to change to a private school, whether they have to switch to Florida virtual. But without the information,
You can't make an informed decision without the information.
you can't make a good choice, because I can promise you, all of the families that lost children that day would have made a different decision about sending our child there had we known there was a threat to shoot up the school.
Absolutely. On the student side, What is everyone hoping for? I know you guys had planted a memorial, and that sort of got taken apart from you last week.
I don't know. I think we're all just hoping that, not that it's going to be over, but that like the big giant building that's in the middle of the school can finally get taken down so they can stop trying to reinvestigate what happened. We know what happened. I think we all just want to see it get demolished. They kind of explained what happened with the Project Grow Love, that it was kind of, I'm sure you heard that they tried to like dig up Project Grow Love and then they tossed it to the side kind of, so it broke a lot of the stuff that people had made. But I think the foundation with Project Grow Love, they were working with Broward County, so they kind of made they set boundaries on how they're gonna reset that. Right now they put it all back. They just laid down like a new, they laid down mulch, they put everything back, but they're soon gonna take all that stuff and put it in the back garden of our school. Yeah, I think we want to keep our memorials and we want the building torn down. We want to just see the trial through and we just want it to be over.
Well, I appreciate that that's the view of some in the community. Sadly, it's never going to be over.
Yeah.
For the 17 families.
No.
So we would like the building to be up as long as is needed to have the trial completed.
Yeah.
Once the trial is completed, then we'll proceed with whatever there is. But it is still standing because of the trial. It hasn't been completed. And we understand the issues. I live less than a mile from the school. I drive by it every day. But it's not going to lessen the pain of our families if that building's gone. As far as Project Grow Love, right now that is the only organic memorial that was there that the community came together to build. And sadly, the principal of the school and the city made a poor decision in how they decided to handle that. We've been working with them as a group of families to rectify it, and I believe we're going to have a community event on the morning of the 28th of August, and that will allow everybody to come back and work with things in a new area. Some of the stuff had actually been saved, it had just been moved, and we're hopeful that gets moved back. And that people come out to that event, but the city of Parkland will be announcing that. Yes, it was certainly handled poorly, but...
Well, if we can help you spread awareness on that date, I'm sure Scott would be more than happy to participate in that as well. With the radio, with NN, if anything, you got people out there, you got to have food.
Yep.
You got to have food, you may as well have donuts.
Well, that'll be great. I kind of jumped the gun because I just told the city that was the day this morning, so...
You know what? You heard it here.
Hopefully they put it out officially.
But, we're with WNN, and anything we can always do to share the information, to get the dates out there, and of course for you, as always, because the adult perspective is always different than the student's perspective. You were there, you lived through it, and you were, 15 at the time? And then the parent side of it, you're the parents and you're supposed to be, these are your kids and you send them off to school thinking they're supposed to be safe and you're looking to pass legislation and then you guys are trying to just continue with your life in the darkness that surrounds them. And we haven't known you very long, but we see the impact that it has had on you. And you're one. It's that ripple effect again, Freddie, that it just takes one act of kindness or one act of devastation to ripple through a community and a world to change things.
True that. And it's interesting because you got all these different concepts that are going on, last class and everything else. And it's time for things to take shape and use the media. They use the media for everything right now. Everybody's headed in that direction. And to do the right thing also is just as important as reporting the bad stuff. So here we go.
Here you go, hashtag do the right thing Wednesday. I mean, that's what it comes down to for everything, right? I mean, we can't say it enough. People should just do the right thing.
I know. It'd be a nice change.
Right?
A little compassion sure would go a long way.
Yes, it would.
Compassion and kindness, yep.
One thing, that's one thing that Gina always tried to put out there. That's one thing that we try and continue, her compassion and kindness, through the Gina Rose Montaldo Memorial Foundation and the scholarships that we give out.
Well, tell us about that. Can people donate to it? Can we?
Yes, at ginarose.org is the website, and that is the non-political portion of our message, and that's just to honor our beautiful 14-year-old daughter Gina, who was sadly murdered that day. She was a kind-hearted soul, and in order to keep her light shining, we've created that foundation. We've given out numerous scholarships. Every year we give out a arts scholarship as well as a STEM scholarship, because Gina was interested in both those things, and she was a straight A student. She also loved the Girl Scouts, so we give out annually a scholarship to a Girl Scout from the Southeast region who has reached her Gold Award, the pinnacle of Girl Scouting.
Wow.
Something that Gina really wanted to do. In addition, the last few years we've started a birthday fundraising drive, and as we looked out at the world and the effects that COVID has had, the money raised during that birthday drive goes towards nursing scholarships. Last year we gave out 17 different nursing scholarships. Some went to kids locally, others went all around the country. This year we're a little behind on our essay reading, but once we get that completed, we're going to give out another bunch of nursing scholarships to replenish the frontline workers that have been working so hard to keep us all healthy here.
Haven't they?
They have.
It's ginarose.org?
ginarose.org. And also I want to mention how resilient you guys are as students. I wish you didn't have to be resilient, but you guys certainly were, certainly are. And while I ask that you take a moment every now and then to remember Gina and the others that were lost, don't remember how they were taken. Remember who they were. Remember the smiles and the good times. That's the legacy we want them to leave behind. Not the tragedy of what happened to them, but their smiles and their laughter and their goofiness. So.
You should send us the piece you did for graduation.
Yeah.
We can air that. All right, Tony, thank you so much for joining us. Please keep us updated on everything that's going on, parental-wise, legislation-wise, and you keep us what's going on with the kids and you guys, because you are our future, and it is up to you guys to keep memories alive but push through and bring some more light to remember all of these kids by. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, I think we're heading over to Manchester. We'll see if Miss Toni Mackenzie is joining us. Let everyone catch their breath. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Scott, this is Tony. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open. Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Introducing Verijet, a new concept in short-haul aviation designed to get passengers closer to where they want to go. Powered by the award-winning Cirrus Vision Jet. The aviation world is talking about its unique state-of-the-art safety features, including the aircraft parachute system, and safe return that allows it to land itself in an emergency. Cabins are disinfected between passengers, and microparticle filtration treats the air every 30 seconds. All in a beautifully appointed premium cabin with plenty of room and first-class service and amenities. Verijet, the best short-haul alternative.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We should invite Mr. Donuts. Can you hear her now? You hear me? You don't, that's because Dawn isn't plugged in.
That's because I'm not plugged in. All right, welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
So you did all of that, they didn't hear you.
And we get to do it again Friday night. Rainbow in the Night, a journey of redemption. Miss Jane Goldywyn talking about her life struggles, her story, and how she found redemption and how she was happy and all the things that have happened in her life. It is a free event. Just please RSVP so we have enough room to keep everyone socially distant, COVID precautions, light bites. Jeremiah, Scott, of course, you are more than welcome. Jane is one of Goldie, the most loving, embracing people. The more the merrier, as long as we keep it safe. You're going to hear her story, some Q&A. And Freddie, I think her friend Sherry Heller is going to be here as well, and Rick. Hear about their stories. And ultimately, it comes down to faith, their belief in God, and whatever you believe in, there is a higher power. And this was Wear a Mask we were talking about by artist Jay Harmon. I'm hoping we have Miss Toni Mackenzie joining us all the way from Manchester. So, Dan, let's bring on Toni first, and we'll bring Freddie over and see how glamorous she looks on the other side of this world. And there she is. Look at her.
Hello. Hi, I just logged out and in again because I could hear you, and then suddenly it went quiet, and I thought, oh, was it my end?
It was me. It's what happens when I'm out of studio for a couple days. I lose the, ins and outs of what I need to do on production, like plug my mic in.
Well, simple things like that.
Simple things like that. How are you feeling?
I'm good, thank you. Absolutely fine. It's just, if I don't wear my dark glasses, I get a bit of a pain at the back of the eye that's just been done, because it's still healing. It's only 2 weeks, so another 2 weeks. I don't do it because I'm told to, but I do it because obviously I want to protect my eyes and help them to heal.
Absolutely. Let's bring up Freddie also, you guys. Bring up camera 3. Oh, you're going to come up here? Okay. He's going to come up here. What's happening over in England? Because things here are, it's like the wild, wild west in Florida.
Right, the wild, wild west. What's happening there?
Oh, some people wear masks, some people don't. All that fun stuff.
Oh, see. Yeah.
You have to wear them in England, right?
You don't have to wear them. They're in like supermarkets. There are signs saying, please wear a mask unless there's a very good reason, although you don't have to. It's not compulsory. But in kind of like department stores, there's nobody's stopping or insisting, or walking around in the streets or going to restaurants to sat down. So it's, it's a lot more relaxed than it was.
We were relaxed here, and I'm hoping people go a little bit back to being more careful and kind. It seems that compassion and kindness needs to be on the spread a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just had a message on Messenger from my guest, and she said she's joined, but she can't see anything. So it's not connecting to her camera.
All right, she's going to have to enable it and see. You guys see Miss Chesser? Do we see her guest, Slick?
From Teanna, Lynne. Oh, she's on her tablet. She's going to try her phone.
All right, try her phone and then let us know. So we've got the most amazing donuts. Can we send donuts to England?
We can make things happen. That'd be a little difficult, though, but we certainly can. I don't know if I'd want to try them after they made the journey, but...
No, not really. Are they the ones that you pour alcohol into?
Yes.
Sound fabulous.
They are fabulous. Maybe we should franchise over in England.
In time, you never know.
We don't pour alcohol in them. They pour alcohol in us.
Yes, because it went through the donut. Absolutely delicious they are.
Sometimes they go through the donuts. Not all the time. Sometimes, and then donuts.
Your flight to happiness. So she's trying to log in on her phone, so we'll try and connect with her also. Let's bring up a quad, guys, while we're waiting for Tony's guest. Or you'll let us know. You came on a good day, Scott.
A great day.
Right? Met a lot of great people.
Very much so. Very interesting as usual, and a lot of fun as always.
It's so much about connections. Did you hear the segment we did, Tony, with Alzheimer's?
No, I didn't. Come on.
It is definitely in South Florida. Is she on? She's having a hard time logging in.
Yeah. Oh, she's typing a message now.
All right.
I can just see the dots, so see what she said.
Alzheimer's and dementia and so many things that are going on over here that are affecting our elderly and affecting the health care and responsibilities. It's very difficult. It's nice to see you up here.
How are you?
How are you doing?
Haley
Hi, I'm
did a nice
Dawn.
job.
Haley did a great job. I know. Pam came up and gave her a big hug.
I know, she discombobulated the cell. She took everything apart.
Sorry, she said she's clicked the link and entered the code and nothing's happened.
Her Wi-Fi may not be strong enough. Let's get her another code, guys, and we'll get it to Toni, and she can see if we can bring that over. All right, Toni, we're going to take a commercial break. Let me send you a new code to send over to her.
Okay.
And see if we can get that all situated. Stay tuned. Quick commercial break. Let's take a donut break, and we'll be right back.
She has to use Firefox.
Slick.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. In Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422. For no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back. I don't know if we were able to get her guest in, but we can bring Tony over and see what's going on the other side of the pond, as they say. Let's bring Tony over. Ms. Mackenzie. I think we've been working with Tony for a year over in our Manchester studio. Some great guests. See what else is going on. Ah, there she is.
Oh, well, there's Danny.
We got it.
Hi, Teanna.
Hi, sorry about that. Finally got in.
We got you. And Tony, you want to do the introductions?
Yeah, so my guest today is Teanna Lynne. I'm just going to take my volume down. I'm getting feedback. And Teanna is, she has returned to modelling. She did return to modelling in her late 40s. And now, at the age of 49, she is the current Miss Classic Cheshire. And in about 3 weeks' time, she is going through to the finals of Miss Classic Great Britain. So there are lots of other things going on in her life, but that's the one that she's, the main thing that she's focusing on right now.
Well, welcome. I have to add, you are beautiful, stunning, beautiful. I can't believe you're in your late 40s. What made you go
you so much.
to try to be Miss Cheshire? What even had you enter the pageant?
Well, I did modelling when I was about 19, 20. And I decided, like, in the last 2 years since I've regained my confidence, that I would give it another go.
I think are you getting feedback on your end?
I am, yeah.
Turn your volume down a little bit on your computer. And Toni, how did you meet her?
Oh, guess.
Oh, Sue Francis networking event, maybe?
Well, yeah, that was the first time we met face to face. Although I did connect with her. If you remember, way back last year, we had a lovely lady who is a stylist called Ifan. She's originally from China. And Teanna, you modelled, didn't you, for Ifan in a fashion show? And Teanna was on Ifan's Facebook page, and we kind of had some communication there. Of course, there were no live events, so we didn't get to meet. But then the event that happened in July was the first time that we met. But there were so many people there, we didn't really have a chance to talk for very long. We just sort of said hello. So next time we're going to make a point of spending more time getting to know each other better.
What
Definitely.
What was it like to run for Miss Classic Miss Cheshire?
It was bizarre, really, because I originally entered it and then the pandemic hit. So it was a case of doing everything online, had to submit photographs online.
Wow.
And just wait and hear what happened. So it was instead of going on stage and actually standing in front of the judges, it was just send off your pictures and wait. So it was a kind of weird experience, but then obviously I was absolutely thrilled when I got through. It was an automatic finalist straight through. I didn't have to do anything apart from that.
Did they do anything in person, or the whole pageant was online?
All of that part of it was all online. But the finals will be face to face, thank goodness.
Wow, can you imagine going through a whole pageant? One of our producers, she is one of the cities in Florida. She's Miss St. Petersburg, and she just came in third runner-up for Miss Florida, so she's looking to roll through that again. Probably in September, I think she starts again. But it's been a long time. The pandemic just shut everything down.
Absolutely. It's just been a very strange time. But it's nice to do it again, because the last time I was in a pageant, I think I was 19. And it was a holiday camp, and I think I came second in Belle of the Ball and third in Miss Lovely Legs or something like that.
When she was 19, she looks like she's 20.
She looks like she's 20 now. What do you do in the health and beauty industry now?
So I'm into affiliate marketing, so I sell magnetic lashes, health supplements, perfumes, makeup, all that kind of stuff, because I also have a full-time job in corporate, but I am training to be a PT as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not an overachiever or anything like that. Wow, and it all goes hand in hand. Do you have a platform for the pageant? Do you have to represent something that you stand for?
No, because it's more of a competition than a pageant, and at the end of it you have the winner gets a modelling contract. You don't have to raise money for charity or anything like that. But I do a lot in my own life anyway. So I'm really passionate about inclusion and diversity, and I'm really proud to say I've been named as an LGBT plus role model for 2 years running. For the corporate bank that I work with.
Very nice. That's the difference between a pageant. Okay, so you're looking to get a modeling scholarship out of this, a whole contract.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm only 5'4". I'm only little.
So it's a different type. You're not going to do runway, or what type of modeling contract are you looking to do?
I have done catwalk. I mean, some of the shows now do have a lot of diversity. So Ifan Lynne, who I met, Tony mentioned before, I walked for her and 4 or 5 other designers in Cheshire Fashion Week. They have a bit more diversity now because obviously it's not going to be your Gucci or whatever, but they do like to have a bit more diversity now. And obviously doing what I do in my age group, I potentially could be doing lifestyle modelling, so TV adverts, that kind of thing.
Lifestyle modeling for almost 50. We can be modeling all those other fun female things. Oh,
Yeah,
we
to
just
talk
did a whole
about
show on
menopause
that.
and everything perfectly.
Yeah.
Queen Hormonio.
You had the menopause lady on once too, Tony.
Oh, was the Emma the
Emma Guy, right?
acupuncturist? Yes, about the menopause godmother. Yes, of
The
course.
menopause godmother. Yeah, that seems to be the hot topic these days here. It just shows you what our demographic is.
Yeah, absolutely. True.
What's
And
next
the
for
thing
you?
is, you're
Yeah.
I was just going to say, you're never too old, are you? To take a new career path or to learn new things or decide to change your path. And
Well,
that's great.
I only got back into modelling 2 years ago, and it was when I met Sue France. I was modelling for the fashion designer that she had at one of her charity events.
It is never too
When
late
was
to
that,
start
by
a
the
new
way?
career, which is amazing.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you
Yeah, it's
so
never,
much.
it's never too late to start again.
I
And I
think
used
that's
to
the
be,
message.
I used to be quite shy, really not confident in my own skin when I was a kid, especially. So being able to get up on stage and strut my stuff on a catwalk is just incredible. It does everything. It's my passion. It makes me happy, and it's a great female empowerment for me.
It is never too
And
late.
because of that, Teanna, you want to help other women build their confidence, feel comfortable in their skin, because you've been through certain things that really knocked your confidence, haven't you? Some difficult, very difficult
Yeah,
times in your
unfortunately,
life.
I've had a couple of toxic relationships. So where you come out at the end and you don't even know who you are anymore, and you literally have no confidence, and it's completely on the floor. And I started from nothing. First time at 30 and second time at 38, and now I'm starting again at 49.
I find that women 48, 49, I don't know if it's like a guy's midlife crisis, but it's our chance to start again. And so many women that we work with, including me, when I started working with you, I was 48. And a whole new career, things that I never did before, but it shows you it's never too late to do what you love to do. I actually got a compliment yesterday. You're good at what you do. And that came from my house.
That's pretty good.
You never know when you work at home if people hear what you actually get to do for a living. And you're good at what you do. I was like, thank you.
Yeah. Nice to be acknowledged by your own family.
Isn't that true?
Ain't that the truth?
Oh my goodness. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. Message, it is never too late to start again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cut him off a little bit.
A little bit too abrupt.
Sorry about that, ladies. But Tony always has some great guests.
Really nice, great. And she was shy. Unbelievable.
Amazing, right?
Like somebody who looks like that ever be shy.
It just shows you it's what's inside.
Now, I don't know if they downloaded, it's really funny because Dan is doing the board and he does that to me also at the radio station.
What, cut you off? Huh? What'd you say?
He cuts off the host before they say goodbye.
Yeah, that happened to me yesterday, too.
Well, he does it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, let me cut you off early.
What did they download?
An interview from Souvlaki.
Oh, okay. They recorded one?
I hope they downloaded it. I don't know if they did.
Dan, did you get that? Yep. An interview from RK and Alana.
All right, Dan, you got it. Cue it up.
Turn on the audio.
Turn on the audio.
I'm Alana with Brooklyn Cafe TV, and I'm here with Darian. Nice to meet you. Please tell me, where are you standing? Okay, so we're at our newest location. We're located
So we can show one.
St. Andrews between Lake and Palmetto at 21200 St. Andrews Boulevard. And we're Suite 13, right in the Governor's Plaza. We're Souvlaki Fast. We're a fast casual drink restaurant. Very nice. And of course, I would imagine Souvlaki is the main go-to. But do you have any special features and favorite menu items that you have? Yeah, so Tuesdays and Fridays are normally our busiest days. We have our $5.99 dry roast on special. And we have the dry roast spinning on the spit for you guys all to see when you walk in. And basically what that is a pita bread comes with your choice of beef and lamb or for dinner. And personally, do you have a favorite item that you just go to? I do. I love, my favorite is the chicken gyro. I always go for it. And I can never get, you know what, you would think that you would be sick of this food working every day here, but you can never go wrong with it. Very nice. Well, thank you for having us in today. And I do have a special treat for you in store tomorrow. Brought to us by Mini Donut World. We have special little donuts that you can go through. They are very good. Another local business around the Boca area. So thank you for having us today. Thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. You know, I've seen you guys recently, and I love what you do supporting local businesses. You know, it's definitely something that we should be doing more often, especially yes, we definitely need that extra support out there. And they are coming up to their 1-month anniversary since their opening. So if you have not checked out, this is their 5th location, the place to come try. Please check them out. It's for Souvlaki Fast. And they are fast. I've been watching it. First time in and out all the day. So thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.
They brought sent a few samplings of lunch over. This is a spanakopita pie salad, which is spinach salad. You've got the gyro with lamb, and that on Tuesdays and Thursdays is only $5.99, that entire box. That will feed probably a family of 4.
Oh, well.
It would feed Freddie until he said, how many do we have? We said 1. He goes, all right, I got to share it. But they are located right on St. Andrews between Glades and Palmetto Park Road. They've only been there for 3 weeks. It's a new location. Second, they have one out in Wellington as well. Ariane, she's good friends with Amit actually when I went in there. And I said, oh, let's see if we can work together. She goes,
where are they located?
They're located right on St.
Maggiano's?
Andrews. There's a CVS and there's Dunkin' Donuts. There's a Duffy's, all in that plaza on the east side of St. Andrews. Yeah. You can't miss it. If you hit Glades heading north, you went too far. But they are brand new. They're in a great strip center where Publix is. Been there 3 weeks.
This is $5 when?
$5.99 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What's today's?
Today's Wednesday, so go tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I'll be going tomorrow.
$5.99, and I think they brought a kebab. They've got great platters.
He's keeping an eye
They've
on
got
this.
spanakopita pie.
Because he's,
You want me to eat that one?
Yeah, maybe
you're going to
maybe
share it
share
with
that.
your peers.
Kindness and compassion we share. Pièce de résistance. We had everything open. Scott, you want to share some info about Donut World, Mini Donut World?
Yes, with football season now starting, we're doing a big special in regards to our logo donuts, or in this case, we're putting the Dolphins emblem or UM or FIU, you know, all the different schools, as well as Florida State and University of Florida, UCF, on the boxes there, and those are usually very big during football season. We had big specials during Super Bowl time, so those were big hits, and the actual box of donuts actually has a goalpost in there, so it works around a different theme.
Cute.
With this product, remember, we can create anything with it. So with that, we love the creativity and different things like that.
Fantastic.
Well, I got to ask. I got a request. Now, Slick here works with Artful Dodger. One of the things that I always wanted to do with a watering hole, with a bar type of deal, like Artful Dodger right up the street, is to turn it into a theme football place. So somebody wrote to me asking if the Artful Dodger would do Philadelphia Eagles. Because I think he's from Philly.
No, he's from Philly, yeah. We
Yeah.
definitely do the Eagles. He's from Philly.
So I am going to,
Yeah.
I want you to send a message to Tommy, which is the owner of Artful Dodger.
Most definitely, I will.
I would like it to be a jet house.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I mean, it's two different
do it.
greens.
What do you
It's
mean
two
good luck
different
with that?
greens. I'll ask him.
Ask him. The only time
But I
he
don't
can
know.
say Dolphins is when they play the Dolphins. Okay, I'll give
Like,
home
that's
field
like the
advantage to
best
them.
team. You know, I'm just.
And when they play the Eagles, I think they played the Eagles this year.
Okay,
And I'll give the home advantage to him as well. Other than that, they don't play at the same time.
correct.
And I would like to turn it into a theme park for the Jets. And I want to do, I know you're willing to do the Miami Dolphins, squish the fish and all that, I get it. But we could do donuts for the
He just
Jets.
doesn't like. He doesn't like the better team. That's why.
Well, no, I love Philly too. Family's from Philly originally, so we have some partiality there as well as Tampa. I got family up there, so I hit the big winners here for the most part.
Yeah, so you guys got two good teams. The Jets.
Yeah.
You might have to
I'll tell you something.
They're
Don't stare
Oh,
at
I
the
think
Jets this
Tony's
year.
got a dolphin point of view, a football point of view.
Oh, no, I'm with Freddie on this one. I'm a
Really?
lifelong Jet fan.
Ah.
You're a Jet fan?
My daughter was a big Jet fan.
That's
so-
it.
Jets.
Only man I know brave enough in Florida to admit that.
Okay.
It's okay.
We're gonna
Being
be-
a Jet fan builds character.
That's right. It does that, and it gives you the ulcer the size of. But we're going to be pretty good this year. I have a feeling we're going to win more than the 4 games they're predicting. But I think it would be fun if we go with our jerseys, because they always have 2 games, right? At 1, at 4, sometimes 3.
Correct.
And ask him if he would turn it into a football hub.
Yeah, he can.
Because I got to tell you, one of the things
Gotta
that
love
happening.
Slick. Yeah, he can.
He
can.
wishes. Women in football this year is a priority for the NFL. So there were more females at the places of the games wearing the colors, wearing the makeup. Would you wear green makeup?
If I were a Jet fan.
You are a Jet fan.
Thank
You're not
you.
a Dolphin fan.
She's about the U, you know?
About
She's
the
about
U.
the U. I'm so
You
sorry.
ranked number
It
16 this year. Did you see that?
No.
The
wow.
hate.
Number 16.
The hate that just comes out. This is crazy. It's
But
just
can we
crazy.
bet during the week, and if you lose, you have to wear jet green.
Okay.
And if I lose, I don't know who's your favorite team?
Orange?
Teddy's got the makeup.
Yeah.
Teddy.
What team do you root for?
For football? The U.
The U is college. I'm talking about
I
professional.
don't really.
No, but the thing about like down here, like I say college football runs more than pro football because down here we only have like the Dolphins.
Who do you root for, Scott?
I am a big Knoll fan. That's where I went to school. But I
Okay.
grew up down in Miami, so Miami's my second favorite team. So
All right.
Who's your professional team?
professional Dolphins, been there since inception.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You and AJ Dewey.
AJ
And you
Dillon.
guys
know-
cheated.
You know how much patience I've needed being a Dolphin fan
I
over the
know,
last
I
20
know.
years, especially after
Sure.
Marino retired. Wow.
Thank you.
I don't know what you.
I feel the same
Me,
way.
it's after Joe Namath retired.
I feel
What's the
same
best
way.
way for people to reach you? Mini Donut World.
Best place to reach.
Yep, with the $10 gift certificate
Correct.
there.
Yeah.
$10 gift certificate, Mini Donut World. You can contact them directly at 954-369-2301. Located in Cooper City, but yes, they will deliver. You can always contact us here at the cafe as well. Tony, you'll keep us up to date on everything that's going on?
Certainly, and if anybody's interested in looking for themselves, standwithparkland.org is our website. We've spent a lot of time working on these 5 questions that every family should ask at the start of a school year to make sure that your school's prepared to keep your students safe. On our website, they're located at standwithparkland.org under our 5 questions tab. And if you sign up on our email list for free, we'll send you the answers you should expect. But these questions are designed to give you a chance to begin a conversation about school safety with your school officials. Sadly, we learned too late that what we thought was a great place to keep our kids safe was not. So every family should ask these 5 questions. Again, that's standwithparkland.org on our resources page. Another great thing as we start the school year, on that resources page as well, we have a guide to raising digitally responsible youth that's put out by Safer Schools Together, one of our partner programs. And that's a great little booklet to help parents understand all the apps that teenagers use. I'm not going to begin to tell you any of them because I was well behind, but that's why they put out this book to help parents understand the things that their kids are using to communicate with one another. And again, that's available on standwithparkland.org on our resources page.
Thank you so much for joining us. Our hearts, our prayers go out to all the families that were affected, and it is a huge ripple effect. Haley, we will miss you, but we know you're coming back home. So this is just until we see you in a couple of months.
No, Haley's going to be doing her podcast, her show.
Until next week, then, Haley.
So
We'll let you move in
we're
tomorrow.
We're going
and
to do it remotely, and we're going to have Haley. I'm going to have you interview some people from up there. I have an idea of flipping the script and going the other way. And Tony, we're going to invite you to be on Tell Us Your Biz. I think it's important information. We're going to change the demographics a little bit and go at night. so we can get this thing out on a wider range, a wider broad range, and that worked the last couple of weeks. People have actually wanted to be on Tell Us Your Biz. So.
Yeah. Right now, school's opening. Broward County, I guess, opens next week.
It was today, actually.
Today. Yeah, it was beautiful today.
Hug your kids. Check it out, standwithparkland.org. Look at the 5 questions that you should know for safety. Keep your kids safe, keep you safe, and please, 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 wear your mask.
That's right.
Be kind to each other. We will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
That's right, and don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
Cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters, open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that gleams across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly